coming in. Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Oh, my God. So welcome to our show, What's the Story with Maria. We meet here every week at 9 p.m., Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in any other part of the country, of course, please watch us and you just adjust the time. I think it's California's 3 hours behind and somewhere in the middle is like 1 hour. So we just are happy you're here. Also, just to remind you that What's the Story with Maria runs on the Armed Radio station. And Armed Radio is the mothership. So how do you find Armed Radio? You get your TuneIn app on your phone and you just type in Armed Radio and there we are. We will be there if you're listening live. Oh my God, there's Leo Rodriguez, my accidental assistant. He is in Portland, Oregon now. Also, you can, if you're on your computer and you want to stream us live, you can either go to armeddigitalmedia.com or armedradioglobal.com and you will find us either streaming live. So you can find all the Armed Radio shows. But right now, if you stream during our time, you'll find us, of course. Now, let's say you missed the show and you want to listen to us. This goes into podcast thanks to Jim Bell, our producer and engineer. And if you want to find us in podcast, you're just going to find What's the Story with Maria on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Spreaker. Those are 3 platforms that you can find us. All our shows are archived. This is show 144, I believe. Thank you, Leo, for posting that. Leo Rodriguez. You see, I am rolling my R's as I teach my students to do as well. Rolling your R's is a wonderful thing to do. So Connor Weiss has joined us. Hi, Connor. David Slauson. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Boy, I bet things are different. David is a realtor. Although I see some of your stuff, David, I know there's a lot of virtual stuff happening. So that must be interesting. Oh my God, it's Lynn Portis. Genius. How are you, Lenny? I was just watching your show a little while ago. I loved it. I can get lost in your shows, Lenny. I really can. So Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio, you can find us there. And then, of course, we are on Facebook Live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. But if you miss it, don't fret, because I do save the video and then I archive it. And then Leo Rodriguez puts it into, we have a YouTube page, of course. What's the Story with Maria has a YouTube page. So please go and subscribe to our YouTube page. All our episodes are there, all 144th. And then also, please like us on Facebook, the What's the Story with Maria page. And like us on follow us on Instagram. We would love it. We would love it. Then we can follow you as well and know what you're doing. So, lot going on as, oh my God, that's right. Carolyn Montgomery's going to call in. I'm so excited. She said, see you in 5 minutes. That's right. So a lot is going on everywhere in the country. I am in New York City, which is I've always said it's the center of the universe, and for better or for worse. And right now we're in like week 6. In case you watch this years from now, and you'll remember it historically, week 6, I believe, of we are in quarantine. So what does that mean if you're watching it from somewhere else? New York City is, of course, the epicenter of everything. And so we are trying to socially distance, and we wear face masks when we're out. And we wash our hands a lot and wear gloves and things like that, so as to curb the spread of this virus. And I got to say, this is the first week that I can actually report that numbers are starting to come down in New York. I don't know about New Jersey. I think New Jersey is kind of starting to level off. And Connecticut, now my friends in Massachusetts, they'll have to fill me in on that. I think it's headed towards Florida now. So, we if people want to type stuff in and let me know how you guys are doing, or write to us, and after the show's over, 2 people are welcome to type in whatever they want. I really want to know how you guys are doing. And this show is normally about entertainment. I say this is we celebrate creative people and the living, thriving, and surviving as a creative person, and that hasn't changed. So we are still creative people. Those of us that watch the show, those of us that host the show, those of us that call in, we're all creative people, but we're in a different time. So I have named this show New Times, New Tricks, because, we're learning to, in some ways, adjust. We're learning to improvise, compromise, reinvent, all the things that, you kind of have to do. So one of my guests that's calling in tonight, my friend Carolyn, I asked her, I wanted to get Carolyn on the show for the longest time. And we can't seem to line up so much. And so I want to say that tonight's calling in of Carolyn Montgomery is not a substitute for our show. For her actually coming live in the studio and visiting us when things permit, because I'm dying to cook her dinner, because she is an amazing, amazing cook and cocktail maker, mixologist. So those are, but I've always known Carolyn as a singer. So when she calls in, we'll talk about that. And so, and my friend Stephanie Egan is calling in. Boy, do I love Stephanie. Stephanie's amazing. She's also a great singer. And Stephanie's one of these people that just has joy for singing and reminds me how fun and joyful singing can be. So I really want to, tonight I'm, of course, focusing on my creative people. And, oh, my goodness, here is one of them now. Carolyn Montgomery, are you there?
I am.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. How are you, honey?
I'm fine, honey. Is this Maria?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at a totally different thing on my screen. I'm closing my computer.
Yes, that's
You're talking about the.
Yeah, because I think you folks are delayed by might be 30 seconds.
Oh, that's
so what I always tell people, don't look at the
answering the
screen.
phone.
No, don't look at the screen. Just we'll just have a conversation on the phone. So first of all, Carolyn, I want to start by saying that this is no substitute for you actually visiting the studio at some time in the future when it is permittable. Because
I cannot wait.
I'm dying to cook for you because I know you're a great cook.
And I have seen the things you've cooked, and I will let you cook for me.
I love it. All right.
Yeah,
so first of all, I want to talk about I met you as a singer, an incredible singer and cabaret star. So let's talk about that a little bit. How long have you been in the New York world singing? I know you've been singing since you were a little girl, probably, right?
Yeah, I have. And I actually moved to New York in 1997.
Okay. From Massachusetts, right?
That's right, from Provincetown. I had just graduated from conservatory, from music school.
Wow.
And I went up to Provincetown for a summer and did what a lot of women do, fell in love, stayed there for 5 years, and then moved to New York with my ex-wife. Yeah.
Wow. And then you started singing. Did you sing there as well in Provincetown?
I lucked out. I did. And I had a group called Carolyn Montgomery and her Screen Girls with 3 drag queens.
Wow.
Who were all older than I was. I was in my mid-20s, and they taught me everything I know.
Yeah.
And every single one of them is gone.
Wow. So isn't that amazing?
Tough time. Yeah.
When
I moved.
Go ahead, honey.
When I moved to New York, I got really, really lucky because one of the first people I met was Irv Rabel, and he hired me as a bartender at 88.
Wow. Oh, my God. 88 was one of my favorite places that ever existed.
Yeah, and I was there for the last year only.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was it. But then so that was your kind of connection to the cabaret world, right?
Yeah, and it just shot me to the moon because the people working there were Jay Rogers, Lena Katrakis,
right?
Sally Mae, all the people that were. So I was really baptized by fire in the best way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you started doing lots of cabaret shows at different clubs, right?
I did. I won a MAC award for debut for my first show ever because Irv took me from 88 to the Firebird.
Wow. Oh, the Firebird. Oh, wow. That's a throwback.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Cossack. Yeah.
I saw a few shows there. Wow, that was a great place.
Yeah, it was a lovely spot. It was really terrific.
There have been so many. I mean, we could have a whole show on places that don't exist anymore that are music venues. We actually did a show maybe last year called the Vanishing New York Show about the different places. But I had forgotten about the Firebird. And so then you had a restaurant for a while, right?
I did. My ex-wife of 26 years is a professional chef and a really, really good one.
Yeah, I ate there. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember. And she just a trend. She taught me everything I know. I couldn't boil water when I met her.
Wow. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love cooking. And it's one of the most beautiful things she ever gave me, because when we split, she smiled at me and said, "I think you're a better cook than I am." And
Is that true?
Yeah.
What a compliment, huh?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was really the most exciting thing ever. Was 10 years into this relationship, she tasted the sauce that I had just made. You guys call it gravy.
Well, I still call it sauce, but my mother called it gravy.
She looks at me and says, "God, this tastes just like my mother's."
Really?
I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
Go to heaven. That was the greatest moment. Yeah.
Yeah, but did you learn just by watching or experimenting?
No, I learned. She actually was injured. We had a restaurant in Provincetown, and she got injured. And it was one of the first of several injuries that came from just repetitive strain from being a chef that works 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I stepped in, and she would sit on a stool and tell me what to do.
Wow.
And I learned. I was putting out 250 brunches by myself.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I had people like in a bread station and a salad station and a dessert station, but I was putting out the brunches.
That's incredible.
And I felt very powerful. It was wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah. Now, you did do some cooking at Florent, right? When you owned the restaurant in the city?
Yeah. Actually, the whole last year, I did cook there all the time. And the whole last year, I was the chef because she just had surgery to replace her shoulder, and it should have been done about 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did almost all the cooking in the end.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so now,
I never expected in my life. I just wanted to be a singer.
I know, but you are, that's the beauty of it is that, I got to tell you, as you're telling me all these stories, you're like the queen of reinvention.
Well, thank you. You are the second person to say that today.
Is that true?
I took another job. Yeah, today somebody said, "Boy, you reinvent yourself a lot." And I said, "It's sort of a necessity, especially when there's a global pandemic and all your work dries up." And I know you know something about that.
Oh, I certainly do, honey. All three of I have many jobs, but 3 of the clubs that I work in are temporarily closed. So there's, and I've been teaching my kids. I also teach in Morristown. I've been teaching online a little bit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's been great. That ends this week. This is our last week. So now I know that you also, before all this, you were also teaching a few classes, right?
I taught 6 classes a week. Here's the thing. I have a son, and he is in high school, and he's going to a private prep school.
Oh my God. York. And he's very handsome, by the way, and he just sprouted up like a little weed.
He's 6'1".
He's so tall. I can't believe it.
I know. They grow up really, really fast. But he's a great kid. If I had to be sheltering in place with any person on the planet, it'd be him.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, he's been really exceptional.
That's wonderful.
He's a good boy.
So you were teaching 6 classes.
I needed to do more than sing. Yeah, so I taught these classes, and I'm migrating all of them to online, which has been great.
Now, but
it's really worked out well.
Okay, so tell everybody the classes you teach.
Yeah, I teach. If you can find me on Facebook at Cocktails with Carolyn, or
all right, stop right there because I'm just gonna say that, and then my friend Leo will post it. Cocktails with Carolyn.
Cocktails with Carolyn.
CAROLYN. Cocktails with Carolyn.
Right. Or Instagram with Carolyn 212.
Okay, Instagram with Carolyn 212. Okay, great.
And I put links to all my. But also, Maria, I wanted to let you know I'm doing this thing called Sunday Brunch, brunch with friends.
Yeah.
And people can pay $10. They can pay no bucks. It was an incredible day last Sunday because people make brunch and then they sit down and eat. And it was a lovely experience to sit and eat with all these people and talk.
Well, now wait.
So
last Sunday, did you do a Zoom thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did a Zoom and I announced it the night before. And I said, I've got this wild hair. I want to see some people. If any of my friends just want to show up. Some people showed up and just had a cup of tea or a cocktail. I showed people how to make 2 cocktails and 2 mocktails.
Oh my God.
An omelet and an egg Benedict or Florentine. So they had learned how to make hollandaise.
Wow.
And then, and then we all sat and had a meal together and talked. And I had people from Washington State. I had children. It was such a cool mix of people.
I just got chills. That's so beautiful.
It was really beautiful. It affected me a lot. I really loved it. And I want people to know that they can do it free of charge and just be in the room, Well,
that's nice. But so how do they pay you if they can pay? Like it's kind of almost like a tip thing. Is it a Venmo thing?
I do it by Venmo.
Okay.
My regular classes that I do through different online companies, I charge a lot for. So I'm sort of, this Sunday brunch thing is sort of a giving back.
Now, but tell people about, so what is that called if they want to find you, Carolyn?
Brunch with Friends, but I will announce it on my Insta page and on my Facebook page.
Okay, so please follow Carolyn Montgomery so Leo has posted. Thank you, Leo. You're so sweet. Leo has posted.
Thank you, Leo.
Leo's amazing. He's my great friend. He's in Portland, Oregon now, but he opens restaurants. That's what he does. He goes into places, helps restaurants get on their feet, and so he knows all about the restaurant business.
I have done that before. That's fun work, but I like Powell's books the best of any bookstore in any city, and that's right in Portland. I love Portland.
Oh, really? I've never been. Leo says it's wonderful.
Yeah, terrific.
So he's posted your links so you can find Carolyn that way. Brunch with Friends, that'll be on. And your Instagram page is, tell us again?
Is with Carolyn 212.
With Carolyn 212. 212, if you don't know, is the area code for New York City. It's the landline area code. So that's really cool. Now, the other classes. Go ahead.
I wanted to tell you, too, that I'm the education director for the American Songbook Association, and we are migrating. We bring music classes to public school students in all 5 boroughs of New York City. And I was bringing so many great singers. I should grab you to come do it.
Yeah, of course.
Now that all the schools are closed, we're putting it online. I'm launching a YouTube channel next week.
Okay.
And any kid can watch it, and it's all about jazz, musical theater, and the American. I'll be posting it all over Facebook.
Okay, I'd be happy to do anything with you. That would be amazing. And I was looking at your Facebook page, and I saw the great people, and one of the great people that you had with you is one of my best friends, Eric Eves Garcia.
Oh, be still my heart.
I know. Isn't he the most wonderful, wonderful guy?
Yeah.
He's a really good person.
Yeah, and haven't you found with this pandemic and the sheltering in place, you realize who you really miss? Yeah. You realize you hear somebody and sometimes it takes you by surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
See somebody's face or hear somebody's voice and say, "Oh God, I miss seeing you."
Yeah.
And he's one of them.
Yeah, he's such a great. We've been friends a very long time. Well,
he has spoken of you with so much fondness.
He's it's funny. He's one of these guys. People, just doesn't matter that he's a guy. He is one of the people that I feel that I can tell anything to. Like one of those people you just sit with and have coffee or drinks or whatever.
Absolutely.
And he never judges. Yeah, he's a great, beautiful guy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Oh, my dog has a squeaky toy. I'm moving to the next room.
Okay.
I'm not going to take his squeaky toy from. It's funny, not to put too fine a point on it. There are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful men out there.
Yeah.
There are some really exceptional ones.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I am lucky, as I think are you, that we're surrounded by wonderful guys. And
absolutely.
I really feel that. I'm not one of these women that I'm lucky. I have beautiful people in my life, but especially guys. I have really great guys. But I got to tell you, Eric, who I don't even call him Eric. Everybody, to me, he's Frenchie. I've been calling him Frenchie for years.
I know. I thought that. Yeah.
I know, and there's a long story that goes with it. Yeah. But I'll tell you another time. But he is just the best of the best.
He is, and what's really funny is I've been seeing a wonderful guy that I used to date in college for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And he's American, but he's been living in Paris for the last 30 years.
Oh, my God.
So, of course, we haven't seen each other. He is sheltering in place and raising 2 boys that he has custody of. So we've been dating for 5 years, but, of course, one of the first people that he met here 5 years ago when I was doing a show with Eric.
Wow.
And they just launched right into French. They were in the corner speaking French to each other. It was really sweet.
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to be part of anything that you do, Carolyn. Please let me know. And if I can, I will. I'd be happy to.
I will.
So well, let's just, because I want to have you come back on the show and talk about all the stuff you're doing. But you tell people what you teach, though. You teach cocktail mixology, right?
I do. I teach classic and creative cocktails. I teach craft cocktails. I teach savory and sweet crepes.
Wow.
I teach fresh milk to fresh mozzarella.
That's amazing.
It's been really terrific. And then I do my brunch. So far that's it, but we're just going to keep adding more as more and more people catch on.
Okay, and you're the company that they can find all of this stuff on?
It's so easy, and the links. Because if I tell you, it's two companies. One is called Course Horse, and one is called CoQ Social. But I'll put it all up on my social media.
Okay, and also, Carolyn, you're welcome to, once we hang up here, you're welcome to actually even post it in the link. I mean, in the feed as well. Leo has done a lot of it, but please feel free, because then when people watch the show, and you can put hashtags too, because I'll add the hashtags to the title of the actual show as well.
All right, excellent.
Okay.
Thank you so much. God, it's good to hear your voice.
You too, sweetheart. Very much so. And good luck to you and your son and your guy and everybody. Good. Bless us one and all.
You too, sweetie.
Okay.
I can't wait till I give you a big hug.
Me too. Absolutely. All right, sweetheart. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Wow, what a nice person. But she's incredibly talented. Now, she talked a lot about her, because that's what's happening now, a lot about her food stuff and all that. But she's an incredible singer. So I really want you guys, please look up Carolyn Montgomery and all the stuff that she does. She's just a beautiful singer, but just those people that you run into, like, let's say you walk into a place, you don't know too many people, and you see that person, that she's just going to be so nice to you. It's one of those things like, oh, okay, Carolyn's here, and she's such a sweetheart. But very, very talented in many, many ways, as you can see. I should have asked her Carolyn, type in, when's your birthday? I didn't ask you what sign you were. Are you a Gemini? Because she's kind of a jack of all trades. I'm almost gonna go with Gemini here. Let's see, Carolyn, type in what sign you are. But anyway, so she does so many amazing things, and she teaches all these great classes. And oh my God, Andy Prasky's here. So I want you guys to really follow her, Montgomery, because she's the kind of person. It's not like she'll just, oh, okay, you're an Aries. All right, that makes sense. And I get along great with Aries too. So Carolyn is one of these people that is always going to be doing something. So please follow her, because it will morph into something else, change, grow. Like, she really is the queen of reinvention, but not because she's not great at what she does already, but because, like any great artist that truly hones their craft, you're going to go to the next level and find things that you're good at, and then be, interested in new things, and people are going to see what you're doing, and they're going to find other things, So Leo, oh my God. So now Leo and Billy are fighting. All right. Anyway, okay. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the reason that I had both of these people on together is because, hold on, Leo, that is driving me crazy, what you just put up, because I can see it and I can't, my eyes are there. I'm sorry, Leo, you can put it back up later. Okay, so the reason that I put these two lovelies together is because there's a very similar energy. My friend Stephanie's calling in at 9:30, Stephanie Egan, and there's a very similar energy to these. I have to ask Stephanie when her birthday. I should know this. I usually know people's birthday, but she's really super easygoing, but she's also someone that can handle a lot of different things. And so Carolyn, please follow Carolyn Montgomery. She's always doing something incredibly interesting. And it's really like a great power of example to just kind of like you see people say they're going to do something, do it, go to the next level. It's very it's a lesson. It's a life lesson watching someone like that. So thank you, Carolyn, for calling in, and I can't wait to hear you sing again as well. And the thing is with thank you, Leo, for doing that. I appreciate that. The with all of this, I call the show New World, New Tricks, because that's really what's happening. We're in a completely, as people would say, uncharted territory. We certainly are. And, in the first, I think this is week 6 now. I think this is my 5th show with just people calling in. Because normally, if you know my show, I have people in the audience. And this is my 5th show of just me and people are calling in. So on the podcast, it doesn't sound any different. Like when you listen to the podcast of any of my shows, there's usually I have 2 people in the audience and we're kind of all, kind of talking as a conversation. It's a little bit different when people call in that it's usually one-on-one. But that's really the only difference is that the video, you'll see 3 people usually on the video. And this, during this time, because we have to socially distance, it's usually just me. So my friend Stephanie's going to call in as well at 9:30. And so the name of this episode is New Times, or I think it's New Times, New Tricks. Yeah, because it's just, it's funny. Like I was saying, the 2nd week, everybody's still freaked out. The 3rd week, it's funny how we're starting to adjust. It's the weirdest thing. It's like human beings are so amazing and how they acclimate to different situations, And so this is one of those things. I'm just watching my other friends on Facebook, and here's Stephanie now, and just amazed at how they're acclimating. Hi, Stephanie Egan.
Hey, Maria, how are you?
I'm great, sweetheart. Your voice is at a perfect level. Keep it right there so that we can hear you, because we got 2 microphones. Yeah, so you can raise your voice a little bit too, and this is...
I have a little bit of trouble with the mic.
I know, but you know what? I believe in you. You always pull it off.
Oh, thanks for having me. This is such a great show.
Oh, how are you doing, honey? How are you? Now you have 2 teenagers there with you, right?
Yes. Wait, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, great. Yes, I've got a 12-year-old Zoe and a 14-year-old Jason. And they are here with me 50% of the time. So they're actually at their dad's tonight listening in.
Okay, great.
Shout out to my babies.
Yeah.
They are keeping me sane right now.
Now, isn't that interesting? Well, so first of all, because I want to come back to that. That's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on. But so we met because I teach at the Male Performing Arts Center, and you took one of my classes, right?
Yep, I took a class of yours, and then I came back for another with my friend Sarah Fabstino.
Yes, you did.
2. And Darius rocked our world.
Yeah, and Darius Frowner, of course, is my co-teacher. And I got to tell you, Stephanie, from the very beginning, I know you always said, well, I haven't really sung this much or blah, blah, this, that, but you are a singer. And the reason I say you are a singer is because you love to sing. You love it, right?
I do. It's one of my main joys in life.
And you said that when you started singing when your kids were little, you would sing to them, right?
Yeah, so I've always been, a sing in the car kind of gal. But then when the kids were born, I just was singing every minute of every day with them, playing homemade music, going to kids' music classes, lullabies every night. And, they're really into it. And
your kids are singers as well, right? I mean, I know Jason is.
Yes, they both are. They're performers. Jason's in all kinds of different performing arts groups and stars in shows at school. And Zoe has the voice of an angel. She's a little bit more reluctant to sing in front of people, but whenever we get to hear her, it's a treat. She's amazing.
How great is that? And then they get that from you because you know what? You gave them permission. I feel that my mother too, she used to sing around the house all the time. I loved hearing her.
Yeah, I think that's where you get it from, right? Singing is love, food is love. It's all
absolutely
this great bundle of good energy. Yeah.
Now, are you working from home now, Steph?
I am. I'm working from home. I'm supposed to work like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for my corporate job at home.
Yeah.
And it's definitely been tough.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been thinking about you because I know you're working from home, and I also know you have teenagers, and they're learning from home, right?
They are. They're doing really well with it, but it's tricky. They like to sleep until 11:55 a.m. So that's when they have to get up and log in.
Oh, okay.
They have to log in by noon. I think they're supposed to be waking up at like 8, but you know. And then they do their schoolwork for 5 hours a day.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, we try to cut it off so that we can go for a nice family walk or bike ride.
Yeah.
And have dinner together every night. We definitely sit down and have dinner together, or they have dinner with their dad every night. Kind of go over our days and maybe watch a movie or play some cards or mix up some cocktails, virgin cocktails in the evening together. But
yeah,
it's tough, really tough.
Well, what would you say? I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, there's, if there's more than 2 people trying to work or study, like, three is a lot. And then I have some friends that have like 3 kids. It's like, I don't know how they do it. But what would you say is the biggest challenge? Everybody trying to do what they're doing at the same time, or finding space, or what would you say is the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge is probably the Wi-Fi, because that craps out on us sometimes.
Right.
Can I say that? But
everybody.
I honestly, I think the biggest challenge is that we're all just so eager to be back out with the people that we're corresponding with.
Right.
They want to be. Well, Zoe's not that excited to go back to the classroom because she's a very free spirit. But like Jason would be so happy to be back with his friends and his teachers, and I would love to be back with my coworkers. But I think that's what it is. Like, we're here together in a small space, but we're still kind of late.
Yes, that's a really amazing point.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my other teachers yesterday, and that's exactly what she said. It's not strange that you would say that. It's just, it's kind of eerie. You said exactly what she said. Like, we are connected online, and like as teachers, that's why I like to hear from parents and kids on the other side of it, because we're teaching. Darius and I are teaching our classes online with the kids. And it's been really, I'm so glad we're able to connect with them still. But, and I see the parents are like running around, they're working from home. And so I really wanted to hear from, someone that is a singer, that is a parent, that is working, that has kids, like what it's like for you. How do you feel? I mean, and work too, like you feel connected to the people that you're online with? Are you getting the more work done, or the same amount of work done, or does it seem like it never ends? What's your experience been like?
For my business, I'm actually working on the COVID-19 response website.
Wow. Holy moly.
Facing. So we're working hard to get that kind of messaging out to assure our clients that everything's going to be okay. We're there for you. And that's exhausting for a lot of my coworkers. They do more of it than I do. I do the writing, and then they get it up online and do the digital piece of it.
Wow.
So there's very long days for them. And I would say that's probably the second biggest challenge for me, and especially my coworkers, is that we're all feeling self-doubt. We're all uncertain. We don't really know how long it's going to last. We're trying to make the best of it. But I'm spending 8 hours a day. They're spending 10, 12 hours a day working for our company to assure our clients that everything's okay. And then we've got kids, we've got partners, we've got friends that we really want to be with and hunker down with, and get some comfort from and give some comfort to. But we have to sit back down at our laptop. So that's
right. Really, yeah, that's hard. People are saying, a lot of my friends are saying that they're working almost, even though there's no commute anymore, but because they're almost always on, and they're always able to be reached, that they're almost working more hours. Do you find that?
Yeah, for sure. For a lot of my coworkers, I will say that I am not one of them.
But that's good.
It'll be funny if any of my managers are listening, but I think they kind of know that about me. I'm a very much like, put your oxygen mask on first. get the oxygen mask on the kids next, and everything else was just crazy. So
yeah, but you know what, Stephanie, that's called self-care. And if you don't, if you're not, if you don't do self-care, you can't take care of others and you can't be productive. So that's actually not a bad thing. That's and I think work speaks for itself. Like I find that with teaching and stuff, like the work does speak for itself. But I'm just really impressed with what you're doing over there.
Hey, thanks, lady.
And what are some of the things that you guys do to kind of like wind down? You take walks, family walks?
Yeah, we've been trying to explore parts of our new town. We moved a few miles away from where we were, so
okay,
we've been exploring on foot, which is so cool because we probably wouldn't have done that if the world had shut down.
I know.
We never would have discovered like the abandoned train tracks behind our house, and
I know it is amazing that people are, and they're doing such creative things, right? Like everybody's just getting so creative. And have you been cooking more, or someone in your house cooking?
Oh gosh, that's where Zoe shines. She is a baker.
Really?
She has been baking. Yeah, she also has celiac disease, so she has to eat a gluten-free diet.
Oh wow!
And she's been baking gluten-free. Her specialty is banana chocolate chip bread from scratch.
Really? She's only 14, huh?
She's a 12-year-old.
Oh my goodness! Oh right, so Jason's 14. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, honey.
Too. Jason cooks his own vegetarian food at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Teenagers now are so different than I'm older than you, but I mean, my generation was awful. We didn't eat anything healthy. But my nieces are vegans, and it's just amazing what they cook.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I was like a straight up Hot Pocket gal. Everything I ate when I was married came right out of the freezer and into the toaster, but they do everything from scratch, my kids.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful though, right?
Oh, it's beautiful, and I'm staying nice and fluffy.
Yeah. Oh, listen, fluffy is a great word. One of my friends today posted on Facebook. I couldn't stop laughing that he's turned into his mother. He's got sweatpants and an oversized shirt on, and I couldn't stop because you know what? I actually make myself wear jeans for most of the day because if I don't, it's going to be over. As soon as I put on those sweatpants, I know I'm just going to go crazy. And I eat a lot to begin with. So forget it. But I've been making.
I don't know where you get your jeans. Your jeans are so cute. I have no cute jeans.
Oh, you know what? I'm a Levi's girl. I've always been a Levi's girl.
I'm going to try that.
Try Levi's. Let me see. Which ones do I wear? 524s. Levi's 524s. You can't go wrong.
All right, very cool.
Well, honey, thank you for calling in. I so appreciate you, and it's really nice to connect with you. And please tell the kids that I said hello.
Absolutely, we're your biggest fans. They tease me all the time.
Well, I love you too, honey. I really do. And thank you, Stephanie, and her kids just ordered some merchandise. So I thank you so much for doing that. That was so sweet of you.
Oh, absolutely. We draped your over the stairs, so you're sitting at the table eating dinner with us.
I love it. And one of these days, take a picture of you folks with your merchandise, and I'll put it on my Instagram.
I definitely will. We'll do that.
All right, honey. So nice to talk to you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
You too. Peace. All
right. Peace to you too. Bye. Stephanie Egan. Wow. Like a great, great, great person. So Stephanie was one of our students, because we teach adult classes too, and just like such a love for singing that it makes you want to sing more, and people like that are their energy is so contagious and so good in the world, like, and one of the things I love about Stephanie is, she always says, I don't have to be great at this. I just love to do it. And actually she ends up being great at it because she loves to do it. So if I could send you a message tonight about meeting someone like Stephanie, for me, is that just sing. It's, especially now we're home. I don't know about you, but most of us are holding our breath. I can certainly say that I feel like a lot of times I'm holding my breath. And I don't even realize I'm holding my breath. I'm just walking around really scared, whether it's about money, whether it's about health, whether it's about safety, whether it's about procedures, Oh, did I put my mask on when I went to the laundry? You know, all that stuff. And a lot of it, worrying about your friends, worrying about your friends' parents. It's like a really big deal. Like my family lives in Boston, and I haven't been able to go and see them. And I will soon, but I wanted to make sure that I was healthy and they were healthy, you know, and it's just a lot of that stuff. So what I've been trying to make myself do, and I even make these little videos, you know, is I make myself sing, because when you sing, you have to breathe. You have to breathe in order to sing. Another thing, as I can tell you, is my therapist used to tell me this years ago. She'd say, "You're not breathing, Maria." I'd say, "What do you mean I'm not breathing? I'm talking to you." She's like, "You're not breathing. I can see that you're not breathing." And she was right. I wasn't breathing. So I want to remind you to breathe. And, you know, of course we're breathing, but like just to take that moment and go like, now, if you are an ex-smoker, or if you're someone trying to quit smoking, especially during this time, one of my friends, Bobby Kent, said to me when I was trying to quit smoking, God, I quit in 93. So that's a long time ago, right? Like, what is that? 17 years ago, maybe more. Is it more? It's more. Anyway, so what Bobby said was, it's 27 years ago. Holy mackerel. When I was trying to quit smoking, I just, driving me crazy. He goes, you know what you miss? You miss the deep breathing. That's what you miss. It's like, what do you mean? He said, well, when you smoke a cigarette, you take the cigarette, right? And you go, it's that taking in that breath and then breathing it out. Now, there is no other, if you're not smoking cigarettes, I'm talking about, because it's a whole other breathing if you're smoking the other stuff. And I'm not judging it. I don't do it, but that's your business. You're not doing that. That's a whole different kind of breathing. But you can still, sometimes when I'm really, really stressed out, I miss smoking, even though it's been, I guess now we're talking over 20 years. So what I do is I will take a straw, a pen, and I go, I still do that. So try that. And there's meditation is amazing. My friend Emily Bruton Schilling made an amazing meditation tape. I will send it to you in a link. Just ask me for it. Or go to artandhonor.com/meditation. I will post that on as well. I find it extremely helpful to listen to her meditation. It really helps me sleep. So I know a lot of people have been having trouble sleeping, or your sleep is off a little bit. Okay, so we have come to the section of our show called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. So now, what did I make tonight? What did I make tonight? Now you say, Maria, you're there by yourself. Why are you even cooking? Why bother? No one's there. Because I love to cook, and I love to eat even more. And I do like my own cooking. It's not my favorite cooking. My favorite cooking was my mother's. My mother, you couldn't touch my mother. And Judy's is great. Judy cooks completely different than I do. But what did I make tonight? I said, what do you want, Maria? There are no guests here. I wanted salmon. I love salmon. And so I made this beautiful salmon, and I will tell you what I put in there. I have to read it because as I'm getting older, I'm one of these, I'm not like Marilyn is probably organized and has all her ducks in a row, but I am kind of person that throws things in as I go. I have a little bit of a plan when I go shopping, but then forget. During this time, I've been like kind of going through my fridge and seeing what I have. Although today I did go to the grocery store. So what did I put in the salmon? First, I marinated it. I think that's really important with certain things like fish or steaks, and so I marinated it in scallions, sherry wine, sesame, ginger. I squeezed an orange, a lemon, and a lime in there. And then I put some fig glaze, F-I-G, and minced garlic. And I let that sit for about 2 hours marinating. So what I did was, when I eventually pan-seared it, what I did was I took all that marinade and I put it in a separate, like a saucepan, and I boiled it and almost reduced it all the way down. So, and still, still left it, but I reduced it. And when you do that, because you have, I also put a little bit of orange vinegar. I have this great orange vinegar from Trader Joe's. And when you put that kind of thing, it almost caramelizes. So I threw the scallions in there as well. And what happens is it just reduced down. And then you just kind of pour that over like a glaze. And that's like, I just love that kind of stuff. So, and I love to cook, and I watch a lot of cooking shows. Okay. What did I make for salad? What I wanted for a salad. So a Boston lettuce. This is partly for you, Carolyn, because I know you're a Massachusetts girl. And also, I must say to my cousin Rena and her beautiful husband, Ron, Rena and Ron Berge, happy anniversary. They just had an anniversary. Rena, how many years is it? Type it in. I want to say it's over 10 years. I know that. But anyway, so what did I make tonight? Boston lettuce in honor of Rena and Ron. And then I put beets, which I love. I love beets, but not everybody does. And then a little white onion in there. And what is this beautiful white stuff? It's goat cheese, but it's honey glazed goat cheese. Could you die? Honey glazed goat cheese. So that's what I did. Now, what am I going to put on this? Maybe I'm thinking a pomegranate vinaigrette, and I don't know maybe just a plain extra virgin olive oil. I think I'll go with that. Yeah, but I haven't decided yet. Sometimes I get in the kitchen, it's something completely different. But that's what it's going to be tonight. I think the pomegranate goes very nicely with the beets, and then extra virgin olive oil. What do I have for dessert? So all the bakeries that I love are closed, which is very sad. Some of them maybe downtown might be open, but I haven't been downtown. So I got these are my favorite, like, be bad kind of snacks that I've been the last couple weeks. So these are cream-filled oatmeal cookies, which I love. I can't remember who makes them, but they're so good, and they're soft, which I like. I like a soft cookie. So I know I'm going on a lot about food, but can you tell I've been eating again? I've been off my diet for 6 weeks. And by the way, this just in, breaking news, Maria's diet has been suspended indefinitely. I mean, when we go back till, let's say, not say indefinitely, till further notice. How about that? And then I'll kick in. Although I've been pretty good the last couple of days. That's why I have the salad. So now let me check on my people who have checked. Oh, let me do a little, before I do, let me do a little merchandise plug. I'll put my Venmo up there because it's still available. Merchandise is still available, although we're super low on aprons. But Leo and I did order more aprons. So I have more aprons coming, although I think I have 2 left here. But the aprons are like the biggest seller. I can't believe it. Okay, so the bags, the tote bags here, they are only $10. So on the front, what's the story with Maria? On the back, go ahead, keep eating. There it is. These are only $10 and they're washable. That's the best part of that. The mugs, here you go. Look at that. What's the story with Maria mug? On the back of that, what does it say? Go ahead, keep eating. Here you go. The mugs are a little expensive too. I mean, they're only $10, but they're expensive to ship. So I just give you a little warning on that. It's a little more to ship those. Now, this is the piece de resistance. Everybody's going crazy over these. The aprons, the go ahead, keep eating apron. What's the story with Maria? And they are blue, which is my favorite color of the year. Think blue, think blue. Okay, so that's that. Now, let me check on my people. Oh, there's Judy. Hi, honey. Hola, pretty, she said. Oh, to you, too. You're pretty. You're way prettier. I'm old on my own, but not as pretty as you. Oh, let me see. We have Mandar Chick Magnet has joined, and he is flirting with Judy there. But he's a chick magnet. Self-care for sure, says Scott Barberino. Hi, Scott Barberino. I was partly watching your piano bar live, which now goes live at 7:15 on Tuesday night. So it's really plus. And also what goes live is Lynn Portis goes live, I think at 7 to 8 maybe, or something like that. And I kind of watch both things back and forth. Nikon. So Judy Nikon, so she can pretend that she's fancy. You know, good for you. Well, those Italian ladies used to wear those fancy Nikons, and fluffy is the way to go. I'm telling you, that's what Stephanie said. Fluffy, I love it. So, hi, Sarah. Sarah took a class with us, Sarah Sabatino. And then, thank you, Stephanie. She says the mugs and aprons are great. Stephanie and her great kids bought some merch. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, who joined us? Let me see. We have Rona. Hi, Rona. How are you? She is friends with Stephanie. And then we have Jennifer Pace. Oh, my God. Jennifer Pace, who is just hitting the airwaves left and right, singing, just making everybody happy. She's out on a terrace. She's with her dog. She's everywhere. Jennifer Pace. We love Jenny. Jenny's a great jazz singer, works at Brandy's. So I want to give a special shout out to Brandy's, the Duplex, and Pianist and Me. Those are the 3 bars that I normally work at. And right now they're all closed. And I am thinking about you guys, my coworkers who I love, the owners. Please hang in there. Please hang in there. We love you. And this must be so stressful on the owners, I'm telling you. Just please hang in there, and hopefully we'll be back soon. Leo, you're so wonderful. Thank you for posting that meditation. What would I do without Leo? Leo Rodriguez, what would I do without you? So artandhonor.com/meditation. My friend Emily Bruton, she created that, and it's on her website. So let me see. Lynn Port. Hi, Linny. I love you so much. Oh, my God. Lynn is amazing. I listen to shows, Lynn. Like now, I'll listen to them for a while and type in, and then I go back and listen to them. And last night, she was or 2 nights ago, she was doing a show with her daughter, Dr. Jackie Giuliano, who is a doctor and has been out there on the front lines. I think she finally got a break and is doing some televisits now, but has literally was out there for like 5 weeks straight in New Jersey, like in the hardest time that any doctor I can imagine has been through. So we want to shout out to Dr. Jackie, Dr. J, who we love. I also posted Dr. Jackie's link there. If you are someone that needs a doctor, especially if you're in New Jersey, but you want to, now we can't see people, you want to televisit, please call Dr. Jackie. It's on my Facebook page. And you can televisit with Jackie. All right. Let me see. Who else is here? Chris, oh my God. He says, go Yankees. I say, go Red Sox. But where would we be without each other? Now, that is something, Chris, maybe I should have you call in soon, and we'll talk about what we're going to do the baseball season not happening. I wonder if they should anyway. I don't know. Good question, right? Oh, we just want to say the second. Oh, Kathy Roy Spees. Hi, Kathy. Kathy is my amazing, amazing boss in Morristown at the Mayo Performing Arts Center. She's the director of education. Boy, has she been keeping us sane. Kathy is like, take all of our classes and manage to somehow make everything work with all of the staff and the students and get everything rolling and just calm us down, talk us down off the ledge. And we're having an amazing experience. Tomorrow is 3 classes. We're having our show. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a Zoom show. And I actually am so excited. And the kids are so sweet. And so we're going to be performing our show on Zoom. You know, hopefully it's the only one we'll ever have to do. But they're being so amazing about it. And the parents have been amazing about it. So that's another reason why I wanted to do the show and have Stephanie calling, because Stephanie knows MPAC and the great work that they do there. And because she was one of our adult students. And hopefully we'll have a class in the fall again. So we'll have a fall adult class as well. And things will be back to where they should be. In the meantime, we're improvising and we're doing what we have to do. So, Carolyn, Kathy Roy Spees is also a Sox fan. So, Chris DePiero, you are outnumbered here by Red Sox fans. So, Dawn Melody, how are you, Dawn? Nice to see you. So, you know, I got to say, when the first couple of weeks of doing the shows with people calling in and all this stuff happening, I don't know if you can tell by the videos, but I was literally shaking in my shoes. Like I was having a hard time breathing because I was so scared. And I got to say, like, it's gotten to where we're adjusting more. I hope it doesn't go on for too much longer, but we're adjusting. We're making the best of it. And your posts, people's posts have really, really, really inspired me. And the happy ones and the honest ones, you know, like when people post about their stress and anxiety, it helps me just as much because I say to myself, oh, okay, I'm not the only one, you know, so we're helping each other out. And there's been a lot of meetings online where friends are just meeting up and families. Like my family's been doing that. We've been on Saturdays, usually around 1 or 2. Whoever can get on the Zoom. I want to thank Jimmy. How much time we got?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. I want to thank Jim Bell. Here's our producer and engineer at Armed Radio. So if you want to catch Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com. Get your TuneIn app. Type in Armed Radio. You will hear us live. I also want to thank Joe Rocks of a Night Talk with Joe Rocks. He's the big cheese there at Armed Radio. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Stephanie Egan. I want to thank Carol Montgomery and everybody that comes on week after week. I'm going to save this and then you can watch it. God bless you. Take care of yourselves. We love and appreciate you. Good night, everybody.